Growing up, weekends were sacred to my friends. Saturday morning? That was cartoon time. Blankets on the couch, cereal in hand, still in pajamas at noon, drooling over cartoons and video games. They'd talk about it at school like some sacred ritual. Did you catch Power Rangers? I beat Mario Kart in my PJs. But not me. Not in my house. See, I was raised by a man who genuinely believed that 7 a.m. was already late. My dad didn't just wake up early. He lived for early mornings. I swear the man had some kind of sixth sense. If the sun so much as blinked over the horizon, he was up, awake, dressed, coffee in hand, tools out, whistling. Saturday mornings at our house weren't for lounging. They were for yard work, fixing broken gutters, sweeping the garage, cleaning out that mystery drawer in the kitchen no one had opened since 1992. And errands. God, the errands. You hadn't really suffered as a kid until you spent your Saturday morning at a hardware store looking for the right size bolt. I used to beg for just one Saturday to sleep in like a normal kid. I remember once I tried to fake being sick just to get out of mowing the lawn. Dad didn't even flinch. Just tossed me a bottle of Gatorade and said, "Well, you'll feel better with some fresh air." He'd always say this one line too. The dad mantra burned into my brain. Start the day early, and it'll reward you. At the time, it sounded like some old-school nonsense. A fortune cookie he read in 1978 and decided to build his entire personality around. Because when you're 12, the only reward that matters is 2 extra hours of sleep and a Pop-Tart. But that was my dad. Consistent. Relentless. Every Saturday. No excuses. Fast forward. Years go by. I grow up, move out, get my own place. No one waking me up at dawn anymore. I finally had what I wanted. And what did I do with it? I slept in. Oh man, I slept in. Saturdays were sacred again. No alarms. No chores. Just me, my bed, blackout curtains, and maybe, brunch if someone dragged me out. I thought I'd won. That I had escaped the tyranny of early mornings forever. But the universe, it's funny. It has a way of sneaking up on you. Of bringing things full circle when you least expect it. Last month, I had this important appointment. A big pitch meeting I'd been prepping for all week. I stayed up late the night before, like an idiot, tweaking slides and second-guessing every detail. Slept through my first alarm. Rushed out the door with a half-zipped coat and no breakfast. And of course, I hit traffic. Deadlock. Red lights forever. The universe just laughing in my face. I missed the appointment by 15 minutes. No reschedule. No do-over. Just a polite thanks, but we've moved on. And that wasn't even the worst part. Because once your morning falls apart like that, the rest of your day doesn't stand a chance. Back-to-back meetings. Emails piling up. I skipped lunch. My mood tanked. The kind of day where you're just trying to survive until bedtime. That night, I was so mad I couldn't even sleep properly. And then, sometime around 5:45 a.m., I just woke up. No alarm. No noise. Just awake. At first, I lay there, annoyed. But something in me shifted. I remembered that line, like an echo from childhood. Start the day early, and it'll reward you. I sat up, still groggy, but curious. What if, just for once, I tried it? Tried to see what my dad had always seen? So I got up. I stepped outside. The world was quiet. Not just no traffic, quiet. Peaceful quiet. There was a soft mist in the air. Dew on the grass. Even the city seemed to be holding its breath. I took a walk. No destination. Just movement. The air was crisp. My thoughts were clear. Back home, I brewed a cup of coffee. Slow. Intentional. No rushing. No microwave leftovers. And then just like that I started working. Knocked out emails. Made a to-do list. Cleaned the kitchen. I even made breakfast. A real one. Eggs. Toast. Fruit. By 10 a.m., I had done more than I usually did by 2 p.m. And it felt good. Not just productive like centered. Like I had taken control of my day, instead of letting it control me. And that's when I heard it again. Not just in memory, but in his voice. My dad. Come. Matter of fact. Slight smirk like he knew the joke all along. Start the day early, and it'll reward you. I smiled. For the first time in my adult life, I smiled at that voice. Not in mockery, not in frustration, but with understanding. So I grabbed my phone, and I texted him. You were right. I hate that you were right, but you were. I stared at the screen for a bit. Wasn't sure what kind of response I expected. Some long dad monologue? A "see, I told you so"? Nope. 10 minutes later, all I got was a thumbs up emoji. Nothing else. Classic. That's the thing about dads like mine. They don't need credit. They don't need to be right. They already know they are. And honestly, that emoji said everything. No gloating. No victory lap. Just that silent little smirk through the screen. As if to say, welcome to the club, kid. Ever since that morning, I've been trying it out. Not every day, but more often than not. Waking up early. Making space for the quiet. Planning, thinking, breathing, before the world gets loud. And it's wild how something so simple, just waking up a little earlier, can change how the entire day unfolds. It's not about being superhuman. It's about giving yourself a head start. Like my dad always knew. The world rewards those who show up before it's fully awake. So now, when the alarm goes off earlier than I'd like, I don't groan. Well, sometimes I do. Let's be honest. But I also remember that version of me, panicking in traffic, late, spiraling, and I remember that walk at sunrise, coffee in hand, emails done before breakfast. And I think of him, out in the yard with a rake, fixing some wobbly shelf, dragging me to the hardware store at 8 a.m. with sleep in my eyes and resentment in my heart. And now I get it. I'm not just starting my days earlier. I'm starting to understand him. The man behind the morning routines. The man who knew that discipline builds peace. That early mornings aren't punishment. They're opportunity. Start the day early, and it'll reward you. Yeah, it really does.